Welcome to the mod showcase for Vinconomy, an economy mod that allows you to set up player-run shops. Vinconomy focuses on aesthetic and tries to fit the vanilla look and feel of Vintage Story, offering a wide range of different types of stalls to sell your goods. Each stall supports just about every type of wood, metal, or cloth available, allowing you to visually match your stalls to just about any type of building or structure. First, we have the shop mat. These come in single or double-tiered variants and can be used to sell just about any type of item you wish. The color of the cloth can be changed to meet the design requirements for your shop. For the double-tiered variant, you can also change the type of wood used for the supports. You may also utilize any vertical space with the shop shelves, allowing you to stock long wall sections with additional items for sale. Meanwhile, you also have shop crates, which are mainly meant to sell produce and other types of food to your customers. Both the shop shelves and the shop crates can be created with various different types of wood to fit into whatever build you have in mind. The weapon rack and tool rack are pretty self-explanatory. They can hold any type of tool or weapon placed upon them. The weapon rack also has a slot for a shield that fits in nicely with crisscrossed weapons. The clothing stand can hold not only armor, but any article of clothing on it, unlike the vanilla armor stand. You have one slot for each type of clothing: boots, pants, belt, gloves, shirt, shoulders, necklace, mask, and headpiece. Simply look at the desired article of clothing when making a purchase, or if you prefer, you could always use the UI if you are prone to misclicking. Lastly, we have the sculpture stalls, one of the more advanced additions to Vinconomy. These allow you to sell up to, currently, a 3-cubic block creation, with plans on new stall types to create larger and more complex creations. The intention is for chiseled creations, but the stall itself allows any block to be placed in any of its slots. To use it, first open the menu. The sculpture stall will then give you various options for your creation. You can set the width and length of your sculpture as well as the height with the appropriate drop-downs. Fill the stall with the blocks used to create your sculpture, making sure that they are in the right location. As you add the blocks, they will appear on the stall, which can assist you in verifying that the position is correct. The sculpture stall assumes that all slots must be filled in order to purchase the creation. If you do not have a block at that particular spot, you can disable the slot with the tick boxes below. If a slot is disabled, it will not be checked or sold when a player purchases the sculpture. You can switch the various layers with the layer buttons above. When a player purchases one of your creations, the entire sculpture will be bundled into a single item. You can set the name of the sculpture, which will be displayed as an item description, allowing your customers to identify which sculpture they are currently holding. Once purchased, the sculpture bundle can be used to either obtain all the blocks within the sculpture or directly place the sculpture into the world. Note that the placement location will always be the center bottom block, regardless of how large the sculpture will be. Lastly, we have the ATM and register, two of the most important blocks in Vinconomy. The ATM allows you to exchange currency from one type to another. This conversion is bidirectional, so you can convert both to and from a given currency. In order to switch the direction, simply click the arrow button in the middle. The register is the cornerstone to any shop, as you cannot make any sales without one. It holds any currency used when selling items to other players. Within the menu, you can also set the shop name, as well as whether or not the shop is broadcasted to other players' maps with the waypoint configuration. Once the waypoint is enabled, you can set its icon and color to your liking. To set up a stall, first open its menu. From here, you must first link your stall to a shop via the drop-down. Without a shop linked, you cannot make any sales, with the only exception being if it is an admin shop, which we will cover later. Next, you will need to set a price for the given stall slot. Simply drag and drop the item you wish to use as currency. Note that the quantity dropped into the slot matters, as that dictates how much of a given item you will be selling items for. Next, Drop the items you wish to sell into the slots on the right. You can then adjust the number of items sold for a given purchase. In our example here, we will be selling 8 items for a single rusty gear. If we wanted it to cost 2 rusty gears, we could simply drop 2 of them into the currency slot. Repeat the process for each stall slot by using the buttons on the top right. Vinconomy also supports admin shops, allowing you to sell infinite amounts of items to players without the constant need to restock the stalls. When a stall is an admin shop, it does not need to be registered to a shop. In this case, any currency used to purchase the items will be destroyed. If this is not desired, the stall can be linked to a shop normally in order to preserve the currency used, which will be placed inside the linked register. Another feature of admin shops is that any food placed inside one will never decay, allowing constant sales of food without the need to clear out the rot of expired or spoiled goods. This concludes the Vinconomy showcase. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or ideas, feel free to post them on the Vintage Story mod page or in the mod topic on the official Vintage Story Discord. The goal of Vinconomy is to be a universal solution, so if there is any use case I may have overlooked, feel free to let me know.